You're a bully, Mr. Strain. And I find I'm not overly fond of bullies.
Okay, thank you for being with us. Can you, in short, tell us what AC Syndicate is all about?
Well, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is a very true first modern Assassin's Creed ever created. So when you think of London of 1868, is in the middle of the Industrial Revolution. It's only 75 years away from the French Revolution, but it's like 1,000 years have passed in a way that it completely changed the way people live. So it's all about, you know, being an assassin, but now in this Assassin's Creed game we are introducing two protagonists, two assassins, Jacob and Evie, and they will fight back to free up London using their street gangs.
Go on, toast your noble boss, this thief of children. Or you could do better. Join me, join the Rooks.
Jacob and Evie, they need to gather people, am I right? That's what I understood from the trailer.
Yeah, the idea behind is that they're born and raised assassin. They get to London the same way that the player does to London, in a way that they will explore London, and then to take down the Templar, who are winning in London in 1868. They are in control of the most powerful city on earth, who was controlling back then a quarter of the population of the entire world, and they will take down, borough by borough, the power of the Templar using their street gangs. So literally it is freeing up the control of the Templar on the borough and installing their own gangs, the Rooks.
Wait! I'll let you take it from here, lads.
With AC Unity, the franchise got some damage, you know, some image damage. How are you making sure that those problems people experience with AC Unity won't happen with Syndicate?
Yeah, I like to say that we are a learning machine. We do a lot of great stuff, obviously, but we do as well sometimes things that are that needs to have polish. And this is what we've done over the past 2 years now. We started to work on Assassin's Creed 2 years ago. What we decided to do is to focus on the core experience of the game. So the navigation, the fight, the stealth, and the fantasy. Obviously, of what Assassin's Creed Syndicate is all about, but it's really a matter of polishing, and this is what you do today. We are having a playable demo on the floor for people to play on PS4. It runs on console, so this is one way of showing that we've learned from last year, and we want to release an amazing game.
So you have two characters, a male and a female. Can you tell us something about how you switch between the characters, and is it chapter driven? Is it on the fly?
Yeah, so the idea is that you have in the open world activities, so like pretty much the activities that you've played in the live demo are for the player. So this is the open world, and it's for the player choice to decide whether he wants to play with Evie or with Jacob. So literally within the open world, the player can play 100% of his experience playing Evie. Within the main sequences or the chapters that you're referring at, this is where we'll alternate between the two, depending on what the story you want to tell.
Now with Syndicate, you're introducing many new elements because Industrial Revolution. Can you name a few?
Yes, we are introducing a lot new innovation in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, such as the vehicle. So this is a big part of when we started to think 2.5 years ago about the game, and we decided to think of London of 1868. We need to have carriages. So the player can now, steal a vehicle, can ride the vehicle, but as well can go on top, fight enemies on moving carriages, can hide in it, and so it's really kind of it's a very powerful tool that we're giving to the player to navigate freely. The other one that we're introducing, and this is probably the game changer for the game, is the rope launcher. So very, very quickly, the player can go close to any building that he sees, and he can use his rope launcher to quickly go on top of a roof, and as well to traverse the larger street that we have in London of 1868 very quickly using a zipline kind of mode, where on any places he can hop around and go on the other side of the street. So this is a very powerful, and I like to say that it gives a lot of freedom and creativity for the player to do whatever he wants.
Players will also be able to ram their pursuers, but be aware that enemies will also be able to use this against you, ramming you off the road or hijacking your vehicle.
Are the chariots in some way relatable to the boats from Black Flag? As in, you can do you have your own chariot? Is there some personalization in it, some customization?
Yeah, the idea behind it is that you can. There's so much you can do with it, but it's not necessarily a point where you have your own. One thing that we do on Assassin's Creed Syndicate is that you can hire a gang, you can hire a crew, and so they will jump into the carriages with you. But if they don't have enough place, if you have more than you can have on your carriages, they will steal another one and they will follow you. So it's a very powerful tool. One thing to mention though is that we revamped the fight system, and this is to touch on the fantasy of the crimes, and we've retouched the fight system. So it's back then it was a time of concealed weapon. Only 75 years before it was a medieval period within the French Revolution where it was fine to have a sword or an axe. But in London of 1868, it was not possible to do that. So everyone was hiding their weapon, and also the fight system that we have now, it's more hand-to-hand, close combat style, more street fight style, and it really changes the way we're playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Final question: what kind of modern entertainment/media references did inspire you for this game? Because Gangs of New York comes to mind, for example. Are there other references, other inspirations?
Yeah, we have. The one thing that we do first is that we read a lot. So I remember back then when we started to think of the Industrial Revolution of London, we started to read a lot, get excited with that, start talking with historians as well, people that really know what it's all about. And as well, movies like you referenced, like Gangs of New York is one of the references that we use for creating Assassin's Creed Syndicate.